I'll do that again. Hello, I am Christopher Wilkinson, the translator of the Vajrasattva Mahatantra, and I am reading it week by week, and now we are on chapter 40, which begins on page 307. So, charging right into it. Explaining the special qualities of our practice. Then again, the community that was the audience of self-evident awareness addressed the holy Sattva Vajra with these words: O Master of the Wheel, that is the bodies, speech, and minds of all the victorious ones of the three times, our self-originating hearts swirl into one. In magnificent self-originating clear light, there is no giving up or stopping of any practice. But for we who are the community that is an audience of awareness, what is the true purpose for what we must practice? What are the special qualities that we must practice? Speak to me about problems and benefits. So did he address him. Then again, the Mahasattva gave instruction with these words: O great host who has gathered, the vessel and contents of the apparent world, with no exceptions, rise up within the king of self-originating awareness. The bodhicitta is beyond signs, whatever they may be. It is an enjoyment of the heart for us all. It arises within the five good things that we desire. It is the bodhicitta that brings us all together. It works naturally, so it encompasses everyone. There is nothing that does not turn out to be a practice for the victorious ones. The boundlessness of the sky is infinite. Our own individual practices, including what may be sure or unsure, happy or sorrowful, to be done or not to be done, are inconceivable. The bodhicitta brings everyone together, with no exceptions. It is profound, self-originating, and inconceivable. Our wheel has a heart that is self-originating. I am explaining it because it is a required practice for everyone. One who wishes to live in the dominion of the Dharma, which is joined together with the end of the sky, must not generate ordinary conceptions about his Guru Vajradhara. No matter what faults in his three doors he may see, he must generate the conception that he is a Buddha. As for the teachings that use methods and by which we strive through our three doors to please them, you must understand that these are practices for communities. Then the entire vessel and contents of the apparent world, with no one excluded, was gathered into the circle of our own awareness. Thusness is a magnificent space for emptiness. We let our breath out into our preference for having no position. Then we rise up into playfulness, into great bliss. All of our understandings abide in this way. All of the works of our three doors, be they external or internal, however many there may be, are like bubbles of water. They arise from out of themselves, and they are liberated into themselves. As an analogy, This is like the nature of the sky. The true essence of our practices, however many there may be, is that a relaxed Vajra is uncontrived. We do not give birth to or end the way that it is. Our awareness settles itself without contrivance. Our awareness has no origin or engagements. We are beyond the meditations that cling to positions. We settle into an uncontrived freshness. Then we teach. Once we have understood the meaning of uncontrived awareness, and once we have understood the meaning of fearlessness, we will resemble people who have no fear. When we settle into a giving up of ourselves, in which we do not move from our desires and our strife, we will be liberated. Non-contemplative awareness has no position. The conceptions that we contemplate are going backwards. Once we actually understand that everything is our awareness, there will be abundance. So we are liberated without working. This is the true heart of all the victorious ones, none excepted, that transcends works and quests. This is a practice that leaves behind our positions and preferences. It is described as being the practice of the Vajra sky. We do not move away from our very pure hearts, but our practice is a method for training living beings. And in our effort to train infinite people who equal the dominion of the sky, we create practices just as is appropriate. The blessings there are in practices that come from the true nature of our heart's three doors are inconceivable. In harmony with the thoughts that are the beliefs of our disciples, we teach as if we were wish-fulfilling jewels. It is our nature to cut through hopes and fears. They are like the mud on a lotus. For the sake of ourselves, we will live in proximity, for we must not turn back our cravings for others. When we have the abilities that are in the heart of a Vajra, we perfect the purposes of others, which does not turn out to be a problem. The people who are in corrupt times will not understand their self-originating hearts. They will lose the instructions from the Aral lineage. They will not give birth to logic in their awareness. They will work on the karmas of hurting themselves and others. They will be ensnared by the reversion in their proud views and practices. They will, along with those who follow on their trails, fall into hell. They will lose their families. The fortunate, who are mighty kings, will teach the meaning of uncontrived awareness to royal children who are sure about their families. When they see the secret treasure of the Aral lineage, they will be immediately liberated. They will be liberated onto the level of Buddhahood. That is what he said. From the great Tantra that is equal to the end of the sky, this is chapter 40, explaining the special qualities of our practice. Chapter 41, page 313, explaining the mandala. Then again, the community that was the audience of self-evident awareness addressed Sattva Vajra with these words. O Master of all the secret mandalas, of all the Buddhas of the three times, the experience of the self-originating circle of our hearts comes from ourselves. It does not contract or expand. O Protector, my question to you is, what is the definition of a mandala, of a center and a periphery? What is the mandala that we enter? What is this way in which we see and understand? What is the mandala of the way things appear to disciples who are mature and are living beings? Speak well to us on this. So did he address him. Then Sattva gave instruction with these words. As for the circle of the bodhicitta, it does not expand or contract. It is not any extreme or middle. We spin through a space of great bliss, for our self-origination has no position or preference. This is actually the true nature of all of our hearts. Differences in our forms will appear, in any case. We are gathered into our roots, which are actually our center. This is described as the periphery of the many things. As for the mandala of an uncontrived heart, it is a heart that is never broken. It is beyond being an object of our thoughts of hope and fear. Our playfulness is gathered into a self-evident circle. It is actually the center of all the dharmas, however many there may be, and is not to be praised or blamed. It is explained that when our hearts expand and contract, there is nothing that is not gathered into the one circle. As for the inseparability of Buddhas and sentient beings, whose glory is equal to the end of the sky, when they see it, the fortunate enter a mandala that clears away all of their obstructions. The apparent world touches on to the end of the sky. For people who exaggerate things and are mean, there arise in our awareness of the six mandalas fields of practice, supernatural cognition, the good things we desire, the six kinds of bliss that are a circle of goddesses, and a heart that does not cling to any substance. All the things that we must work on with our eyes, including the many kinds of colors and shapes, with no exceptions, are a mandala of beauteous clear form. We enter into the circle of uncontrived awareness. All the reverberations of the conventionalities, which include what is finished and what is not finished, with no exceptions, are a mandala of sound that is beyond speech. We enter into the circle of the uncontrived. All kinds of enjoyment there may be in smells, the variety of which touch on the end of the sky, are proper. This is a mandala of smells. We have gone into the circle of a secret awareness. The things that turn out to be objects for our tongues, however many there may be, are dharmas that do not touch on any end. Throughout the 10 directions, this is the mandala of Mukaro. This is our entering into the circle of our awareness. The dharmas of our experience and inquiry, in which we touch our bodies onto something, are a mandala of secret things to touch. We are perfected in the circle of an experiential awareness. The 5 mandalas that are an awareness of clear light are a pleasure for all living things. They are the reality of our awareness that brings everything together. They are the six mandalas of our clear light sentience. They are stages into the exemplification and entering into the mandala of our perfected hearts. But there are no stages to our seeing and understanding. This is described as being the true heart of the mandala that fortunate ones enter into. Those who rely on methods that are holy see the mandala of uncontrived secrecy. This is a topic that is a secret for everyone. Just as soon as we are connected to this purpose, it will actually be clear without our seeking it. The transmission of the mind has no letters. The letters in the apparent world are symbolic transmissions. No matter what a person who is endowed with methods may look at, understanding arises. For everyone, the heart of our purpose is beyond all hope and fear, all exaggerations and depreciations. In the perfect transmission of the unborn sky, these things are beyond all conventionalities. In the true nature of our uncontrived understanding, the self-originating shines through a space of great bliss. This is actually a magnificent and self-originating circle. The mandala of our bodies, speech, and minds arises. This is beyond any generation, transformation, projection, or any of the compounded things we may collect. These are the three mandalas of our uncontrived awareness. Without any contrivance, the entirety of the apparent world is the mandala of our natural body. Our clarity is actually our samadhi. Our playfulness is actually a self-evident reflection. The sounds that reverberate and that we exclaim, however many there may be, are the samadhi of our natural understanding. We must know that it is like an echo. This is explained to be the true mandala of our speech. With no exceptions, our memories, awareness, experiences, and feelings have been a self-originating mandala from the primordial. This is actually the samadhi of seeing and immersion. This reflects the absence of any personal continuum. We see it, experience it, and explain to our disciples that this is how things appear to our bodies, speech, and minds. That is what he said. From the Tantra that is equal to the end of the sky, this is chapter 41, explaining the mandala. Chapter 42, we're on page 319. Explaining the Brahmanic empowerment of the universal vase. Then again, the community that was the audience of self-evident awareness addressed the holy Sattva Vajra with these words: O Master of the treasure that is the wheel of secrets of all the Buddhas of the three times, you come from the self-origination of the sky, and everything that is in your power is clear within your heart. O Protector, my question to you is, for those who live within your unlimited power, what use is there in living gradually? Will this not turn out to be the strife of hope and fear? What are the true signs of our attainment? O protector, please speak on this well. So did he address him. Then again Sattva Vajra gave instruction with these words: O community who are a great gathering, listen. For each and every one of us, with no exceptions, however many we may be, our awareness is a power that has no position or preference. It is a heart that encompasses all things. We are like paupers who have been ensnared by voices. We live, but we are under the control of the reverted. Our cravings turn out to be powers of reversion. Thusness becomes clear in a single moment. This is why these things are spoken of in stages. Those who have not attained the three objectives of a tantrika, who do not have any experience of awareness, are primordially present within the true nature of their perfection, but they do not abide by the maturation of themselves or others. They crave for reversions. They are demons. The investigation of gurus is extremely dear. The method for setting our awareness free with symbols is an empowerment that is perfected in a single moment without any traveling. It is a pathway that makes us all mature. It is the Brahmanic empowerment of the universal vase of the Aro lineage. For eons, as many as the sands of the Ganges, during which our methods of exemplification and our empowerment of the mean, who lack any methods for an understanding in the present, using some contrivance of their natural state, will spontaneously realize rewards, will not arise. The magnificent methods for an uncontrived understanding are dear. There is no time that is a beginning or is an end, and no one whosoever sees a time wherein we live in indivisible equality. For the fortunate, it is time for an instantaneous awareness of our understanding is inconceivable. Its exemplification is presented at the time of the empowerment. This is an Upadesha instruction for secret great bliss. Everything turns out to be encompassed by our hearts, but the unfortunate, due to obstructions by their karma, do not understand things in the way that they are presented. As for the analogy for our methods, they are like a mirror. We may look at them, but they will not give out any reflection. We teach the fortunate to hold on to their family lineage. For people who crave for reversions, we melt the heart of the teachings into an ambrosia. So it seems that our ambrosia has turned into poison. This is a condition for the experience of sorrow, both our own and that of others, and for our falling into misery. This is taught to be a real problem for those who profess that they are on the level. People who are not sure about what is holy are great, so they laugh at what is meaningful. In our effort to lead them toward the purpose of their hearts, we teach the virtues of the great perfection. There may be differences in the intellects of those who do not understand, But the special qualities of what is real and what we understand are like the contraction and expansion of the waters of the ocean. In the instantaneous and direct perception of the present, we cut through our hopes and fears about striving or not striving. Everything that we understand, with no exceptions, is self-evident. We do not negate or prove anything. We do not accept or reject anything. We have no fear. We are all brought together in the heart of our enlightenment. We are like the water that is transformed by its conditions. A sentience that is pure is a natural and clear light. It pervades all things without position or preference. Those who hold the reins that are their true essence do not use anything as a contrivance. This is the pathway of the heart. When we teach it, we attain a measure for our empowerment. This is what is between us when we touch on the ending of the sky. The three realms are actually a self-originating heart. According to the symbolic methods for exemplifying signs, we please the King of the mighty lords. Then he imparts empowerment upon fortunate minds. All the dharmas that we crave of the past or of the future are pure in the present. So our sentience is a clear light. This is a measure of our attainment that is actually visible. A heart that does not abide on symbols or meanings and that lives behind the contemplation and practice of hopes and fears is like the sky that leaves the mountains behind. We are beyond any positions, so we cut through our practices. We are beyond memories and understandings. Our movement is radiant. A great bliss that blazes by itself ripens in our bodies. We are like Vajras. We do not change or destruct. These are the measurements for our immersion into the empowerment. Our awareness is not positioned in any of the three times. There is no position for the arising of great bliss. There is no measurement for our years, months, and eons. We live forever, like the end of the sky. We use compassion, blessings, and our own strength, so that our deeds are like wish-fulfilling jewels. Without any going or coming, we pervade the 10 directions. Our pleasure is actually the work that we manifest. We rise up in our equality with the end of the sky. Our pleasure is a compassion that does not fail. That is what he said. From the great Tantra that is equal to the end of the sky, this is chapter 42, explaining the Brahmanic empowerment of the universal vase. Now we're on chapter 43 on page 325. Explaining that our awareness is beyond any protection of samaya. Then again, the community that was the audience of self-evident awareness addressed Sattva Vajra with these words: "You are a master of the secret samaya of everyone in the 10 directions and 3 times. The bonds of our bodies, speech, and minds do not harbor any transgression or non-transgression. O protector, My question to you is, what are our natural samaya? What are the samaya for our understanding and immersion? Why is it that they are called samaya? What are the analogies for this? Speak to the community of fortunate ones who have gathered. So did he address him. Then that holy Sattva Vajra gave instruction with these words. O great community who has gathered, regarding the samaya of a self-originating heart, it is a nature that encompasses us all. As it is with the end of the vastness of the sky, positions and boundaries are not dharmas that are sure. As for the samaya of the uncontrived secret, I teach an experience that we do not join or part from, in which Buddhas and sentient beings are indivisible. We will not find it with our investigations and practices. This is the samaya of an awareness that has no position. It is the end of the vastness of the glorious sky. It turns out that it is clear within the hearts of us all, but those who have no methods do not understand it. At the moment we teach the Upadesha instructions of the Aro lineage to holy yogins who are fortunate, at that very instant, it is the end of time. We clearly bestow the four samaya. We impart the empowerment that is the transmission of the Aro lineage on a fortunate representative of a family lineage. We are beyond any samaya that cling to positions and boundaries. Everything we do through our three doors, be it external or internal, melts into an experience in which we have nothing to think about. The samaya that have names are infinite. We teach them in the resolve of our awareness, just as they are. This is the samaya of uninterrupted awareness. Even if we settle down and do not protect it, we are liberated into bliss. In the samaya for understanding our hearts, we have no positions or boundaries regarding what to protect and what not to protect. In the samaya of an awareness that has no quest, we do not support our three doors with any strife. When we understand, our Buddhahood is our samaya. When we fade into misunderstandings, we are sentient beings. In the samaya in which we understand our hearts, neither Buddhas nor sentient beings are present. When we use the samaya that is an awareness of our hearts to cut through our exaggerations and depreciations, we are like those who look through declining senses at the sky, with its vastness of positions and boundaries. We do not see more than one entity. This is a samaya that is like the sky. It is not to be divided up using our intellectual positions and preferences. The apparent world is actually a field of practice for our senses. When we are immersed and take no position, we go to the other side. In the samaya of Vajra experience, the entire totality of our memories and understandings of the apparent world is a self-originating experience in which we have no position or family. We live in clarity and we do not move. Like a basis for delusion that purifies delusions, we settle as we fade, but we cut through our hopes and fears. We are like a river that has lost its conditions. We settle according to our own delight. yet we are befriended by moisture. This is the samaya of immersion. This great bliss is a heart that leaves positions behind. It is because this is holy for us all that it is for Buddhas, sentient beings, dakinis, family holders, yogins, yoginis, gods, humans, and every kind of being, however many there may be, who live in holiness and who understand what is holy. For those who do not believe and do not understand, who are reverted, who deviate, who are proud because they practice according to the sound, people who use their intellects for fantasies, this is a word that is sure. It is a samaya. When we understand this heart bond of all the Buddhas, we will become truly holy. Those who transgress this or who contradict it are burning. So it is described as being a great samaya. As for samaya, it is a word that is a bond. Spheres of light, which are an understanding that has no position, burn up all those who crave and cling to positions. So it is said that they are to be called samaya. Our samaya are a wish-fulfilling jewel. Our samaya are actually like the sky. Our samaya are like the ocean. Our samaya are like the heaps of fire on the foundation of the earth. Our samaya are like razors and water. Our samaya are like the laws of a king. In this way, there are innumerable exemplifying analogies, but all of them, with no exceptions, as such that this bond is present in our own hearts. When we understand it, it actually imparts a blessing. At first, we take on and acquire a bond, and from that point on, we do not transgress it. There will be problems if we go back on it in some way, but it is not something that we can transgress. That is what he said. From the great Tantra that is equal to the end of the sky, this is chapter 43, explaining that our awareness is beyond any protection of samaya. Chapter 44, page 331. A clear explanation of what we work toward. Then again, the community that was the audience of self-evident awareness addressed the holy Sattva Vajra with these words: to be a master of the unsought and spontaneously realized treasure of all the Buddhas of the three times, this is the meaning of a self-luminosity that has no position or preference. O protector, my question to you is, regarding this purpose that is uncontrived and is spontaneously realized, who will depend on what to realize it? Who will work towards its realization? How will it be realized? Speak well on this to the assembly that has gathered. So did he address him. Then Sattva gave instruction with these words: the true nature of the bodhicitta is a heart that is spontaneously realized. It is a jewel that brings us what we want. It is a master of magic. It has no position or preference. It is the treasury of the sky. It is a jewel that resembles the blazing light of the sun. It is an abode that is spontaneously realized without our seeking it. Through innumerable eons in the past, we must have studied with innumerable bodies and minds. We may use a variety of applications that are contrivances to gradually mature. But yogins who decisively cut through their senses will respectfully employ an awareness of their three doors to become a heart for all the Buddhas. They will please their glorious guru. They will actually work and study. We bestow the samaya and they present their requests. There is the empowerment and the stages of the instruction. One who is endowed with the transmission of the oral lineage, no matter how he may work towards success, will be liberated in only an instant and without any quest. Those who reject the self-originating Dharma, who inhibit their self-evident playfulness, who travel over the purpose of their own hearts, who are good and bad about a single topic, who hold on to positions about acceptance and rejection, who are successful in their spontaneously realized experience, they actually hold on to the non-dual as being a cause and a result. They crave to cling to their positions, so no matter what they work toward, they are seeking an end to the sky. They are confused. They have lost the meaning of self-originating spontaneous realization. This is not a topic for the logic of our awareness. When we work towards success using sounds, ideas, practices, and conceptions, we will not find the purpose of our hearts. Once we have entered the trails of scripture and reason, we use our conceptions, which are our dualistic grasping and cravings about our hearts, our awareness of the apparent world, so that we do not see our own self-evident playfulness. We reject thusness, and we use negations, practices, transformations, and cravings to depend on the things that we fantasize, so that we are not rewarded with fully liberated hearts. They teach that what is actually a symbol is a meaning. But once they understand that the apparent world is a pathway for our self-originating sentience, they will get the meaning of what they see. They will liberate the conceptions that are the basis of their thinking from positions. In the mirror of self-originating secrecy, we lose our conceptions so that anything we look at is like a heart that has no end or middle. We have no hopes or fears. We abide in clarity. We are practitioners of positionless awareness. We brilliantly enter the path of natural living, and the six self-originating mandalas of blazing light shine in the wheels of our self-evident awareness. We use a secret and majestic method without contrivance, so whether we are brilliant, average, or mean, we will have no obstacles and we will brilliantly succeed. This is actually a reward that comes from ourselves. We will succeed and we will not be interrupted. Once we have understood that our true heart has no position and is self-originating, those of us who abide on it, with no exceptions, are all visible within a wisdom that blazes by itself. A clear desire comes from the circle of our awareness. It is like the light of the sun or a wish-fulfilling jewel. In the infinity of the sky, in the 10 directions, we may use any vehicle for the arising of our rewards. As for the jewel that is a spontaneously realized heart, our true nature is to be spontaneously realized. As an analogy, there are fire and heat, and there are the waves and wetness of the ocean. When something comes from itself, it does not come from any other. When it is spontaneously realized, there is no seeking it. When we understand our own true natures, we need no contrivance. The reward for the bodhicitta, which transcends causes and conditions, does not depend on the 5 conditional causes. We do not build any structures for our bodies, speech, and minds. In the heart of our uncontrived enlightenment, the determinations that use signs and symbols, the retreats wherein we investigate our cravings, the connections that are the true nature of our pathway, and are cutting through the hopes and fears that are the strife through our 3 doors, however many there may be, are self-evidently dharmas, but an attitude that does not separate oneself from others will not be realized by craving for it. We will succeed by our understanding. The heart of our ambrosia is our misery. Just so, our touch heals diseases, and we live in happiness. From out of a spontaneously realized heart, which we do not work toward, the good things that we desire arise by themselves. This heart is like a jewel. Without accumulating anything, we have been spontaneously realized from the primordial. That is what he said. From the great Tantra that is equal to the end of the sky, this is chapter 44, a clear explanation of what we work toward. Chapter 45, page 337. Explaining that our good works are like the sky. Then again, the audience of self-evident awareness addressed the holy Sattva Vajra with these words. All the Buddhas of the 3 times maintain the good work of an uncontrived heart. O perfect master of the good works of our awareness, O protector, my question to you is, for what purpose does the enumeration of our good works appear to be in parts? What is a good work that is uncontrived and self-evident? What is a good work that is meaningful and that will be understood? What is a good work that is a method of agreeable engagement? O perfect master of the good works of being aware, I beg you to explain these things well. Then Sattva gave instruction with these words. Our enlightenment is a heart that arises by itself. It is actually the blessing of the bodies, speech, and minds of all the victorious ones of the 3 times. It is the true nature of the good works that we perform. We use a majestic method to control our infinite thoughts, however many there may be, so that an immeasurable variety of good works may arise. It is actually beyond any sure counting. We are gathered into the essence of our uncontrived hearts. There are 4, 5, 10, and 100. They are innumerable and infinite. That is how it is. The specific things that we must know about the self-originating heart that is the great perfection are infinite. However, there are those who revere this, and in our effort to teach them all that there is to do, everything we do arises as acts of compassion. Everything is actually the good work of our awareness. Like the light that is the heart of the sun, we know that samsara is an uncontrived dominion. Intending the welfare of fortunate yogins, everyone uses the good work of his awareness to unite on the level of Buddhahood in a single moment. We use the good work of effortless awareness to shine within a circle where we remember and understand everything. Like the sky, we are unmoving. This is actually a wisdom that is beyond positions and preferences. It is beyond all ends and middles, all hopes and fears. It is the good work of understanding that we are fortunate. It is truly the heart of our self-originating enlightenment. We use our conceptions of positions and preferences, however many they may to be free from the dust of positions and preferences. We live in a peace that is primordially uncontrived. As for this self-originating great perfection, it is self-evident that we use the good qualities of our immeasurable greatness to perform blessings. Then we all abide within a heart that is growing. Each and every one of the dharmas, however many there may be, is like the expansion and contraction of the waters of the ocean. They come forth, and due to the true nature of their perfection, all of them are brought together here. The movements of our memories and ideas, however many they may be, are liberated from bondage along with our hopes and fears. We are primordially liberated into a heart of emptiness. So where would we keep any views on subsequent rebirths? We use the oral lineage of Vajra awareness to teach holy people who are fortunate the essence of an uncontrived peace. We are blessed to be within a heart that has no position. Our awareness of the apparent world, which we see as a single entity, is of one taste. So everything dawns on us as a vision of wisdom. The three realms are a space for infinite wisdom. All of us use the blessings in our understandings so that our memories, ideas, and thoughts are a space for wisdom. We are like the water bubbles on the waters of the ocean. Our self-originating taste is condensed by its essence. The lusts, hatreds, cravings, and ideas of samsara are liberated in that they are experiences of a knowledge that we understand. We are liberated into being uncontrived vajras, so we are beyond being objects that are liberated or ensnared. Once our self-originating understanding has reached its conclusion, our good works of harmonious engagement will be inconceivable. We teach a variety of particular methods of instruction for the purpose of purifying someone who has his own individual vehicle, which may include the four kinds of good works. The good work of craving for our own fantasies, the good work of our uncontrived playfulness, and the good work of our self-evident understanding have individual special qualities that are inconceivable. As for the wisdom that is a self-originating understanding, it is like the true nature of a Vajra heart. As for the characteristics that have no causes or conditions, they are like fire and heat. All dharmas, with no exceptions, appear in their essences. This is the great transmission of all the dharmas. It has a heart that brings us all together. The true blessing of our self-originating compassion dawns as the essence of our many kinds of action. As for the way of appearance that is agreeable to everyone, we are engaged in the significance of uncontrived awareness. We are like the sky and the sea in the 10 directions. Through our uncorrupt and completely perfect hearts, we shine as individuals, just as we desire. We use the power of our many kinds of thought, so that by the blessings of the victorious one's compassion, we are like the goodness of a wish-fulfilling jewel. Without any positions, we dawn like the light of the sun. That is what he said. From the great Tantra that is equal to the end of the sky, this is chapter 45, explaining that our good works are like the sky. And that's my reading for today.
Thank you very